welcome back to the Hoodie and the Headband podcast show. It's your co-host with the most, Bryce Warner, and I'm joined by my boy, my dog, my brother,
Tariq.
Tariq. Tournament time, baby. It's Thursday, baby. We here, baby. Let the madness begin. How you doing, sir?
Y'all know what day it is.
I'm about to say, you doing your Angel Reese impression over there?
I get my own bread. Nobody telling me to get my money up. I get my money up regardless. Shit like that.
Straight like that.
But I'm good, man. Where y'all are hearing this, my weekend has started. So I'm excited. Games, well, there are games going on right now, but
yeah, we got the first four.
Official tournament begins 11:30 a.m. Eastern time on Friday.
Yep.
And I will be absolutely locked in.
Yep.
Like glued. Like don't call, don't text, don't ask for nothing. I'm not cooking nothing. I'm ordering food because I ain't got enough time to get my eyes off the screens. Come on now. I'm locked in. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm locked in. Fully locked in. You can't. It is what it is.
Yeah. No, I hear that. I feel that.
How about you, bro?
I'm good. I can't complain, man. Getting a lot done these days, bro.
I'm good.
Yeah. Shout out to those on the men's side. You know, men's tournament starts today officially. But we here to talk about the women's side. So, yeah, I'm good though.
Kentucky win it all, by the way.
Getting healthier, getting better. I know I talked about my health last episode, but
I shot 3 threes today.
Oh.
In the box. 2 out of 3. I'm still like that. That's all I'm saying. I ain't fully healthy yet. I shouldn't have been out there, but it didn't feel too much pain. Now I will say, the last couple of days I've been customizing some Sabrina Ionescu's.
I
have to go back to Nike.
Where hey, I've been thinking about them AEs, man. Them AEs look good.
They do look kind of solid, but
them joints look good. And and they got the little.
Like
it look like they got something like that top part looks like it hugs your ankle well. Like, Anthony Edwards got a good shoe, man. Like, I know we talking college right now, but
yeah,
hey, them AEs look good. Yeah. They ain't put out a bad color of them joints. Yeah, I want them all-star ones. So I mean, I don't know. I know I need to get a new pair of hoop shoes before I step back on the court for real, for real. I mean, I've been balling in some older shoes, like my Jordan 7s I got. I've been balling in those. Those have done well, but those have lost traction, obviously, because I'm wearing them outside and they're an older shoe and they've lost, going through the wear and tear, being a shoe that came out 8 years ago. So,
I mean,
yeah.
Hey, man, birthday coming up. Y'all want to give me some food?
Yeah. I need Nike to come up with the Asian ones already. I know they in the works. They got to be in the works. If they're not in the works, then
smoking.
This you won't be seeing this.
It will be stripes over checks.
You might be seeing this.
That's stripes over checks.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm good though. Let's get into it, man. Round of 64. First round. It's still a couple places to the side, while we're recording this. Shout out to Presbyterian. They punched their ticket.
Yeah.
They took care of business against Sacred Heart. So they'll be playing South Carolina on Friday in South Carolina. Home game for both. So yeah, shout out to Presbyterian, man.
How far is Presbyterian from Columbia?
It's like an hour out.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So shout out to Presbyterian, shout out to South Carolina.
Shout out to Presbyterian, man. First NCAA tournament ever.
And they get their first tournament.
Shout out Presbyterian, man. That's awesome, bro. For real. Like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. Let's get into it, man. Friday, 11:30. Game. Got Michigan State, number 9 Michigan State up against number 8 North Carolina. Albany Region 1.
Yep.
I got North Carolina advancing.
I do too. I think North Carolina, they have players that have been in situations like this more often than Michigan State does. I think Michigan State they could steal this win, for sure. But I just think the way that North Carolina can slow the game down, and when you have players like Deja Kelly and Alyssa Usby, and even Alexi Donarski, like they can really, they can win you multiple possessions in a row. Those are some things that you need in games like this. So, I would expect North Carolina to come out with a lot of energy, especially knowing that if they win this game, they more than likely play South Carolina. Um, and that's a team that they've played twice the last 2 years, and obviously to the outside, that looks like a South Carolina win, but for them, they're like, hey, we can beat them. So that's a matchup that I think they can't look too forward ahead to, but I do think they come out with this win. But I do think Michigan State has a really good chance of winning this game. I don't think it's like 60, 65, 35. I would say like 60-40, 60-40 North Carolina, because Michigan State's got some guards too. If their guards play really well, then it can get ugly. I don't want to say it can get ugly, but it can get to a point where you're not really equipped. I mean, they have three guards that score double figures. Their average double figures. So they definitely can. This is a team that beat Ohio State earlier in the season, so this is definitely a team that can get a win like this.
Yeah, most certain. The line at the moment, Michigan State is favored. They're at -4.5. So
Not,
it's gonna be a close game, bro. Like these are two teams that have given some of the best teams in the nation like a run for their money.
Yeah, I'm
And
not mad at them
they
being
can make
the
some noise. I don't know how they would match up against South Carolina, but I mean, if they're anywhere else on the bracket and they had
I
maybe,
mean,
know,
they lost by 6 to Nebraska, 3 to Iowa. They won. They beat Maryland. Lost by 5 to Ohio State. They beat Ohio State. I guess you could say at the time it probably wasn't a bad loss to Minnesota. Lost by 3 to Indiana. So if you look at Iowa, Indiana, and Ohio State loss before the last one, they lost by 3, 5, and 3. So when you look at that, they have a chance. They have a chance to win. I don't want to say they have a chance to win, but I don't think it would be a blowout if they were to play South Carolina, or like a blowout right away.
Yeah, and I think about North Carolina, about how closely they played South Carolina earlier on in the season. Like they gave South Carolina their toughest matchup to that point.
Yeah.
Right before they had to play against Duke, and Duke gave them an even tougher game. I believe so. And I just know that team is well rounded, and that team is constructed pretty well, top to bottom, with the guard play and their wings. Like I think North Carolina can make some noise, and I don't want to say potentially knock off South Carolina, but get South Carolina a run for their money again. So my pick here is North Carolina.
It does really well in rematches, so it could end up going a lot worse than the first game, just because of them having the scout and have already played this team before. It's like, oh, I'm not really like, there's no surprises, but I wouldn't say there was really no surprises the first game either. So, it is what it is.
Right. So yeah, my pick, North Carolina. Your pick is
North Carolina.
All right. Moving on. Next game on the dot, 12 o'clock. Got Ohio State up against Maine.
I'm going
Ohio State moving
on. I'm going to Ohio State.
All right. Then you got Haley Van Lith, favorite first round matchup outside of her own. Middle Tennessee up against Louisville.
Hey,
Is Middle Tennessee gonna bust Louisville's ass?
hey, It's, it's not a given that Louisville just runs away with this game. Obviously, Middle Tennessee State's gonna have to come to play, but um, they got a guard in Savannah Wheeler that. What the hell are you looking at?
I'm sorry, they playing the coaches on like pregame stuff or whatever, and they play when the Columbia coach was talking about the SEC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That
and
shit's
now
fucking
Vanderbilt coach was talking about like, yo, yeah, I got respect for Columbia, just that and whatever.
shout out Shea Rao.
Yeah,
Um,
but yeah,
the-
Middle
Middle,
Tennessee, Louisville.
yeah, Middle Tennessee State has a guard, average 17 points, 5 assists a game. They got a post player that averaged 14 and 8, nearly, or I guess you could round it up to 15. Um, Louisville is one of those teams. It's kind of they're one of those tournament teams that they could either lose early or they could find their way into a Sweet 16. Now with the matchup against Louisville with against LSU potentially, that makes that kind of difficult. But they have that makeup of a team that can upset a team that you don't think they can beat, just because of the brand of basketball that they can play. And they have dynamic guards, but those guards are not always the most consistent. So when you have players like Kiki Jefferson and Sidney Taylor and Jada Curry like they do, you have players that can any of them can get hot, but also any of them could struggle and that could change the way that they play the game. So if Middle Tennessee State comes out and gets some energy and gets some rhythm early, I can see Middle Tennessee State winning this game. But for the drama, we want Louisville to win this game because I need to see Haley
Oh,
Van
for
Lith play.
sure.
I need to see Haley Van Lith play Louisville. I need it.
Yeah.
I need all the little. I need the drama. I'm sorry. I'm here for it.
Yeah, man. I got Louisville advancing too, bro. Mainly because I think Louisville's gonna take care of business, man. And they definitely wanna get a shot at the reigning champs, and get a shot at their former teammate Haley Van Lith. And we need madness in this March. I mean, it's gonna come, but it's a matter of how it's gonna get delivered. So I think I'm just pulling for the potential matchup. That way we look at it and it's something to look at. It's something that we're anticipating. It's a lot of matchups, potential like second round, and then like Sweet 16 matchups that could potentially happen depending on how the bracket goes. Um, and we mentioned those in the last episode too about how like the committee's kind of petty in that sense. But yeah, yeah, I'm going with Louisville. All right. Presbyterian, South Carolina. Presbyterian, congrats. All right. Congrats on making it this far. That's all I have. Congrats on making it this far.
You have to say it like that.
See, I try to be as nice as I could.
We're gonna go with South Carolina. Come on, man.
We're going with South Carolina. We're going with South Carolina. Like 33.
No disrespect.
Richmond against Duke.
Um.
These two teams met earlier this season. Duke took the dub.
Okay.
I think they take the dub again.
They won by 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I can see a 30-point turnaround. Granted, they played in November
Yeah.
November 6th, so that's one of the first games of the season. So it's definitely possible.
Yeah,
anything's possible. And make the upset. Anything can happen in a tournament setting.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, who is Richmond played?
Is a 10-point favorite.
Richmond has played. They beat Drake earlier this season. They lost to Villanova. They lost to Michigan State. So by resume, I would just go with Duke. Duke has more talent, and Richmond hasn't shown the ability as far as this season goes, to compete at a high level with teams like this. Let's see if there's probably not, but let me see if there's an update on Kitty. All right, next game.
Next game we got 3:00. Texas against Drexel. Shout out to Drexel, CA champs. But Texas is moving on.
Yeah, Texas is winning that. I mean, they've had a phenomenal
35.5 point favorites.
I saw that. That seems kind of crazy.
That's
But
a crazy line. I think that's the largest spread I've seen all yeah, I think that's the largest one I've seen so far. 33.5 spread. You know what? I would be willing to bet against that. I don't think it'll be that much of a blowout, but it could be.
it definitely could be.
All right. Moving on. 3:30. We got Virginia Tech up against Marshall. Is there up on Elizabeth Killey?
Not that I have seen. Not that I just looked it up to see if there was anything. There was nothing new. I'm under the assumption that she's out for the tournament. I think this is like a Olivia Miles situation similar to last season. So I'm not expecting her to play. And honestly, like as much as I would love to see Virginia Tech still make a run, I just don't know if they can do that without Elizabeth Killey on the court. I think they have talent, but that talent is really young. And they're just gonna have to step up and make plays. Because that's 22 points, 11 rebounds is hard shoes to fill, and she's giving you 2 to 3 blocks a night as well. So it's gonna be a tough one because Marshall plays a very very explosive style of defense. So as much as I can see Virginia Tech going to the Sweet 16, possibly, I could also see them losing in the first round. So, yeah, I will go with Virginia Tech just because I have more trust in them right now at the moment. But it's a much more difficult game now that, or if Kitley isn't playing.
Oh, I was just listening to Kenny Brooks talk about the injury.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. I was just random. I knew you were talking this, so I thought I can get away with it, but yeah.
Yeah, and he hasn't said much of anything. I mean, most times, especially college coaches, they'll try to make it, seem like, oh, we don't know exactly what's happening. You know what's happened at this point. Like,
Oh, definitely. Like
yeah, you at a certain point, you're just trying to make it slightly more difficult to scout you.
Yep.
You have to do your due diligence just in case Kitley does play.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have to be prepared for her to not play if you're the other team. Now I will say the fact that Liz Kitley got hurt a few weeks ago, they were able to play some games in the tournament. They were able to get some practices together without her on the court. Maybe that helps them in terms of being ready for the moment. But you never know until you step on that court. And then being at home is a huge factor because
Definitely helps.
That crowd shows out for them. So I think if they do win, a huge factor is going to be those young players, especially Claire Strack, Matilda Eck. But I also think that the home crowd is really going to play a big part in them winning this game.
Word, yeah, I think they advance. They're gonna have a tough second round going up against potentially. They just showed the bracket.
Baylor.
Baylor, yeah, but yeah, I think they take care of business at the crib up against Marshall. So
Yeah, it's definitely not a.
not a favorable position to be in,
That's
but
exactly what I was trying to think of. The word I was trying to think of, favorable. Definitely not a favorable matchup.
I got you. We'll do it. I got you. You know, we pick each other up. All right, next game. LSU up against Rice.
LSU,
LSU. The second
respectfully.
highest spread here, 28.5. LSU.
Rice Rice lost 14 games this season. I just don't. I don't see that happening. LSU has too much talent in a game like this. Some
All
other teams possible, but not with a team like LSU.
right. All right. Kansas State, Portland, Kansas State.
Yeah, I'm going Kansas State as well.
All right. This is a good one. 5:30. Florida State up against Alabama.
This is my matchup that I have the 9 seed winning.
Yeah, me too. I got Florida State. I think because Florida State was misseeded, I felt like they probably should have been maybe an 8th, maybe a 7th seed.
I'm not
But
mad at that.
yeah, I think that just falls into their advantage though, just being the underdogs. Like I said last week, worst teams to play against are teams that have fun and teams with nothing to lose. You the nice seed, bro. You got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And this team has continued, I don't want to say to shock the nation, but I mean like impress the nation for sure. Like we
Yeah.
didn't have this team in high regards coming into the season, but they fought their way. They made some noise throughout the regular season, and now they're looking to compete and make a run in the tournament. So shout out to Florida State, got them advancing. And then we got Baylor and the winner of. Let me go to my bracket.
Columbia and Vanderbilt.
Oh, so you're gonna watch right now.
Yep.
So yeah, Baylor and yeah, the winner of Vandy and Columbia.
Because they're playing at Virginia Tech right now.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, and then I got Baylor.
I think I have Baylor. I have Baylor in this one.
Okay.
But I do think a lot of times we see these first 4 games give a team, and not all of them, but at
Mhm.
least one team, it gives them a rhythm,
Yeah.
gives them a feel for the setting. And I feel like one of these teams could find that rhythm, like a team like Columbia that relies a lot on some shooting, especially a player like Abby Sue,
Mhm.
who is a really great shooter, one of the best shooters in women's college basketball history.
Oh,
That
good.
that kind of game, that kind of setting, and that kind of rhythm could propel you to win a game um, that you're not technically supposed to win due to seeding. Um, so I wouldn't be surprised if one of these teams ends up upsetting Baylor, just because Baylor is a really good team, but they also go through slumps where they have some lapses on offense. Um, but in terms of talent, they should win the game.
Yeah.
Drake.
Drake in Colorado. Buffs up. 7 o'clock on the dot in my drop top on ESPN. ESPN News. I guess that's what the N is for, the extra N. I don't know. But yeah, Drake, Colorado. I got Colorado. Colorado's too talented of a team. Um, they do it out in the tough Pac-12 this year. Feel like they're built for this moment. Feel like
Oh,
they're
that
prepared.
layup. Oh my gosh, I gotta make those layups. It'd be a tie game right now.
Yeah. Come on, yeah.
Oh,
I got
man.
one. This the tournament, baby.
Oh, man. Those are two gimmies.
But yeah, I got Colorado advancing.
I'm very interested to see how Drake plays. I want to see
Me
KD
too. Me too.
Dennebier or Dennebier. I'm sorry, I don't know exactly how her name is pronounced. Um, in this kind of setting, Grace Berg. Um, the big key is going to be Drake's front court players, being able to handle Aaronette Vonleh and Coy Miller.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But I think Drake has a fighting chance. I think Colorado has struggled a lot the last couple of weeks of the season. They've kind of fallen back a bit. I think they were as high. I think they were top 5 in the country at one point. And they fell back. Now they're a 5 seed. So, obviously, if they play to their full potential, they win this game. But if they play like they played the last couple of weeks, Drake could get this win.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll be a tough battle for sure. I think Drake is gonna come out and prove that they should be here. There's a lot of questions about Drake heading into Selection Sunday, and they just gonna be like, "Yo, we here, bro, and we should definitely be here." And I don't know. I think Colorado's gonna be able to withstand that though. So,
I'm not mad at it.
yeah. All right, Maryland, Iowa State. I got Maryland advancing.
I'm not mad at that. It's hard to pick against Maryland in the tournament setting, but I've been rocking with Iowa State all year, so I'm gonna go Iowa State.
Okay.
I think Audie Crooks can cause them some issues. They
Yeah.
can knock Breeze off of it. I'm very interested to see how Addie Brown does in this setting as a freshman. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with Iowa State.
Okay. Feel like that's the first place we differ.
Yeah,
All right. East Washington up against Oregon State. I got Oregon State.
I got Oregon State too.
Yeah. Another big Pac-12 team. Big Pac-12. Another one of the better Pac-12 teams. They started to hit their strides towards the end of the season. Well, really started getting noticed towards the end of the season, I should say. Um, they got a couple of players that are notable players to watch that, are gonna make noise and make a name for themselves in this tournament. Um, Reagan Beers is one of them. She's been great for Oregon State for a while now. I'm not gonna mispronounce your name. Again,
Talia Von Ohoffen.
there you go. There's another one. So I think they got what it takes to make a little bit of a run. That's a team not to sleep. That's one of my teams not to sleep on in this tournament. But yeah, Oregon State is advancing.
Yep.
All right, this is an interesting game. This next game.
Thank you for finishing the layup. Golly.
This
You said
is.
what?
I said this next game is an interesting game
I agree.
that we have coming up, and it's probably gonna be. I won't say the game of the day, but it's gonna be a game I'm locked into. It's gonna be the game
Yeah.
I'm.
I think this is a very competitive 2-15 matchup.
Yes, we have your Stanford, or as Joe Biden says, Stanford.
Yeah, that's wild.
Your Stanford Cardinals up against
I
New
saw it and was
York
like, that
State.
is, like, why does it stand for? But hey.
But I don't know, man. Stanford, they've been one of the best teams in the Pac-12 as well. Pac-12 tough conference. They're a 2 seed here, but their guard play might hurt them going up
Yeah,
against Diamond Johnson.
yeah, it's definitely possible.
Yeah,
It's gonna come down to the post players
yeah.
for no State. Are they gonna be able to handle and to keep up with Cam Brink and Kiki Ariafen? If they
And
can,
also, oh, God.
if they can find a way to get Cam Brink in foul trouble, this game can flip quickly. Because if you get her in foul trouble, you can try to focus on Kiki, and try to make the guards beat you after that. And Diamond Johnson and Kara Wheeler have shown the ability to do that for their team. That's a foul. Okay. She got fouled on a couple of 3-point attempts. If she can get some of these threes to fall, they might win this game.
Hey, cut this lead down.
Jeez.
But
yeah.
Yeah, no. If the bigs can find a way to control this game, then they got it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing for Stanford for this tournament. It's their big play. Like that's their strength. Like run everything Kiki. Like that is your strength going into this tournament. And for them to make a run through this tournament is gonna be because of them. And I don't know, the guys are gonna step up and just be there, you know? Like you gotta be there. And you gotta perform. Like it's tournament time. Step your game up.
Yeah.
So
you don't need to get 20 points. It's just when players are needed, you have to make them.
Yeah, like when you get the ball knocked down, you know, or make the right decision. Like gotta run smooth. It gotta go smooth. It gotta be damn near perfect. I mean, you gotta be perfect. You gotta win every game to win the tournament. But yeah, I think it starts with
free throw. Get the ball back though.
I should even one of those.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, I got Stanford advancing, man.
Denver should win this by 15.
Yeah. The line is at 35.5.
I mean, first round matchups with the top seeds do end up being wow, 609 points in one season. That feels like a lot.
Yeah. Because like you got
the move. Oh my gosh. No, they caught a charge on that. Or they caught a block. No, they caught a charge. What? Ref, you smoking right now. Wow.
I don't know about that one.
That's certainly a call.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't either. Columbia's got to make a couple threes in the fourth quarter or it's a wrap.
Come on, Columbia. Go on for the city, man.
But make up your mind, bro.
I got multiple agendas, man. Mostly SC related. My SC agenda, Duke agenda,
New York agenda. Terrible.
Come on. Hey, this for Metal Soprano, all right?
Anyways. Last game of the Friday slate.
It's Texas A&M up against Nebraska.
That's a good one.
10:30 ESPNU.
That's a really good one.
These on main ESPN. What they got going on? What they showing on main ESPN all day?
Facts, because men's
breakfast. Hey man, move all them shows to ESPN too.
Facts. Anybody watching all that?
Man. Come on, it's tournament time, man.
What's on a Saturday? Like
it's Friday, tournament time. Like, what y'all doing, bro? We want to see South Carolina at 3:00. Like, move NBA today to ESPN too.
Why would that be on a Saturday?
It's Friday.
Oh, my fault.
We still on Friday. About to wrap Friday. Going on the Saturday games. Yeah, but
Who you got?
I got Nebraska.
Yeah. I was trying to differ, but yeah, the way Nebraska played against Iowa.
Yeah.
The way they played in the tournament.
Yeah.
Or the Big Ten tournament, I should say. I was really, really impressed. But Texas A&M did the same thing. Texas A&M had a really good showing. In the SEC tournament, had a really good game against South Carolina where they were in it, went down 20, were able to fight back, and bring it down to the wire or make them at least sweat a little bit at the end.
Yeah.
So both of these teams have had a good last 2 to 3 weeks. So this will be a very interesting game. But I think 3-point shooting ability for Nebraska and Alexis Markowski possibly forcing double teams and being able to get open looks for her teammates will be a big key in the game. But I do think Texas A&M has a really good shot. When you have Aisha Coulibaly, India Rogers, Janiyah Barker, players like that, you're gonna find way. They're gonna find ways to slow the game down and not play at Nebraska's pace. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of pace is set in this game, and how the game is played, both ways.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, yeah, I just piggyback off your point of Nebraska coming off how they played in the Big Ten tournament and just how they played up the competition throughout their season as well. I think just riding off of that momentum that they'll.
Oh, she's straining her ankle.
Oh goodness!
I didn't even notice that she was limping when she came off the court at the end of the third.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I think they got it. I think they move on. All right, moving on to Saturdays, first round games. You got Green Bay up against Tennessee. Give me Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee.
What are we talking about, man? All right, Jackson State up against UConn.
I love this for Jackson State, to be able to have this kind of, look around them, to not be a 16 seed. But it's gonna be a very tough team. It's gonna be a very tough team to beat, especially when you're playing them in UConn. So
yeah,
I expect UConn to win this pretty easily.
All right, Indiana gets Fairfield. Oh, I got UConn. Yeah, I got UConn, but yeah, Indiana gets Fairfield.
Let me see if there's an update on Mackenzie Holmes, because that is a huge factor in who I choose. These are all people arguing. I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, all my seeing is that she made it All American 13.
Literally, that's all I'm saying.
So congrats to her on that.
She's getting more confident with me ahead of tournament opener, and this was a day ago. So it's a possibility she plays, I guess. I feel like we already knew that was a possibility, but there's nothing out for sure. I think if she plays, this probably is a 10 to 15 point game for Indiana. If she doesn't play, I think Fairfield has a good chance of winning this game. There are teams that, like a Fairfield, a Princeton, even a UNLV that play well all year and are looking for the games that can earn them respect. And I think Fairfield is one of those teams that's looking for a moment to wake people up, to make people realize, like, hey, this school plays basketball too. So this could be one of those big wins. And we did see Indiana lose last year in the second round. So it's definitely possible.
Yeah, I'm rolling with Indiana here, dog.
I picked Indiana, but no Mackenzie Holmes makes me want to go Fairfield.
That's what I'm saying too, man. Like I initially picked Fairfield in my bracket because of that. And bound to be upset somewhere, I mean, not much in the women's game we see upsets in the first couple of rounds because the higher seed teams take care of business. And if there is an upset, it's the closer seeded teams, like the 8 and 9 matchups or whatever.
Yeah.
Or what, 7 and 10 matchups, whatever. But yeah, other than that, really, like the top teams take care of business. Like we don't really see teams go out in the first couple of rounds like we did last year. But yeah, at least not in the women's side. We're also on the men's side, we see that. But
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Michigan and Kansas.
I've been going back and forth on this one.
Who did I pick here? Michigan and Kansas. I picked Michigan.
I think I went Michigan on my first bracket and Kansas on the second bracket.
I think I might have did that too.
The only reason I lean towards Michigan is I feel like they have a little. Wait, what's up?
6-point game.
Come on now. I just want to see some madness.
Come on,
That's all.
Columbia. Come on, Columbia. All that talking. Hey, you here up against the SEC team. Come on, Columbia. Put on for the city, Columbia. Come on, Columbia.
Anyways, I tend to I tend to be more towards Michigan. I just think they have a little bit more offense than Kansas does. Kansas plays good defense, but I think I think Layla Filia can have a really big tournament. I think she can have a big game, wake some people up. They win this game, they are more than likely playing USC. A Layla Filia Juju Watkins matchup is very intriguing to me.
Yes.
So, I'm going with Michigan. I think Michigan wins this.
Yeah, give me Michigan, dog. Big M's in the chat.
But Kansas is very good. So this is a 50-50. I just think Michigan has a little bit more offense. But if Kansas is able to slow them down, they probably win this game.
All right. Chattanooga up against NC. Wait, no, I'll skip the game. Got number 15 Kent State up against number 2 Notre Dame. I'm going to take care of business in Indy.
Yeah, Notre Dame easily.
Easily, bro. Take it. 29.5 point spread. Yeah. NC State up against Chattanooga.
Yeah, NC State.
NC State. Iowa up against the winner of
tomorrow's.
The winner of
today's in our case.
What is HC? Holy Cross?
What's that?
What is HC?
UT Martin.
UT Martin against Holy Cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, so winner of UT Martin and Holy Cross. That's who plays Iowa. Iowa's advancing.
Yes, absolutely.
And then winner of Arizona Auburn is up against Syracuse on Saturday. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Arizona win? I'm gonna be mad at Arizona beating Syracuse.
I think Auburn could do it too.
Yeah. They beat them out chances here.
Syracuse has a very dynamic scoring DH affair.
Yeah.
But I can see a team like Syracuse losing a game like this. Now obviously we don't know who they're playing yet because we're recording this to go out today. But I think Syracuse should win, but I would not be surprised by one of those 11 seeds, whichever one wins the game coming out. Like I said earlier, when you play a play-in game, it gives you a rhythm that other teams or the teams that you're playing against don't have because they haven't played a game in possibly a week and a half, 2 weeks. So there could be an element of a little bit of rust. There could be nerves, jitters. There's a ton that goes into games like this, especially in the tournament. So, yeah, I think either of those teams could end up beating them, but I would still lean towards Syracuse because they have the best player on the floor.
Yeah, Oh no, I think let's see what I got in my bracket. I think I got dang what? Oh. I think I still got Syracuse advancing. Yeah, I still got Syracuse advancing. So all right. Florida Gulf Coast University up against Oklahoma, 12-5 matchup.
Go Oklahoma.
I'm going with Oklahoma as well. But shout out to Florida Gulf Coast though.
Absolutely.
All right. USC up against Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
Whoa. South Carolina. What the hell? You USC, man.
University of Southern California.
It's late, y'all. Sorry.
It is late. It is late. We gonna get through this. All right. Marquette, Ole Miss. Who did I pick here? I think I wanted to go with Marquette,
So did I.
but I think I ended up going with Ole Miss.
I go with Ole Miss because of Coach Yo.
Yeah.
I respect her as a coach too
Yeah.
much to see her losing in the first round.
Yeah.
Especially if she's playing, no disrespect, but she's not playing like LSU or South Carolina or Iowa or one of the juggernauts.
At least not yet. They'll run into Notre Dame next.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
they're not playing a juggernaut first round. So I don't see a war. I don't see Coach Yo coming out and just not having her players ready to win a game like this. So I expect Ole Miss to win.
Yeah. All right. Princeton, West Virginia. I got Princeton here.
Damn. Stop picking my teams, bro. I got Princeton too. Shout out Caitlin Chen, Sky Belker, Madison St. Rose, Ellie Mitchell. They have some talented players, and I think they could cause West Virginia some problems in this a lot like this Columbia game. Like if Columbia was making more of their obviously you can say that about anybody, but they've had some really good looks at the 3-point line. They've had some good looks at the rim. Some of them are just rimmed out. Ooh, big shot.
Boom.
Some of them are just rimmed out. Ayanna Morris. Some of them are just rimmed out, and on a different night, those shots go in. So I'm expecting Princeton to knock down shots. But I do like the matchup of JJ Quinterly versus Caitlin Chen. I love that matchup.
Yeah, JJ Quinterly is tough, bro.
Very.
Yeah. All right. UNLV and Creighton.
I'm going with Creighton.
I got Creighton here.
Creighton is one of those teams. They're a tournament team. They're a team that is built for tournaments.
Yeah.
In the tournament, you don't want to play a really good 3-point shooting team. How is that one a block, but the other one was a charge? You don't want to play really good 3-point shooting teams, and Creighton is a team that can get hot and quick. So I'm gonna go with Creighton.
Yeah. All right. UC Irvine, Gonzaga. Got Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
All right. Last two games, you got CA Baptist up against UCLA. UCLA, best, most well-rounded team in the nation outside of South Carolina. I don't see many teams giving them trouble on their way to on their run. I'm not saying how far their run is going to be quite yet because I haven't talked about my bracket, but we can talk about the bracket in a little bit. But yeah, no, I think they're gonna make a deep run, and I don't think it's gonna be anybody or a lot of people that get in the way of that run. So then you got South Dakota State, Utah. Last game was Saturday. I got Utah.
Honestly, a big part of me wants to go with South Dakota State. South Dakota State. They have those kinds of guards and that kind of shooting a lot like Creighton, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, where if they get hot, it can get ugly and quick. So I'm not gonna go South Dakota State just because Alyssa Philly. I think she can find ways to really dominate in this game, but it's like 48-52 leaning Utah. Like, ask me in a couple of hours or in the morning, I might say it's out to go to state. It's really close. Come on, Abby, come on.
I just said the same thing in my mind. I was like, bro, come on. They showed it on the screen. I was like, bro, come on, lock in.
They showed her stats, and I'm like, man, come on. I need her to turn up. Show me something.
Pass.
That's a very good pass.
That was a great pass.
It might be raps.
Hey, Charlotte, let's go.
Shout out Shea Ralph, man.
Yeah.
You got them hooping out there in Vanderbilt. They're gonna be really good for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Good finish.
Delay. Oh, I love that. I always love whenever ball handler like kind of shields the defender off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why I be watching YouTube basketball because they be doing that.
Oh yeah, someone that just like get the separation from a player.
Wow.
But that's like, oh, actually, somebody nice about how they lay up. Like you go to the court, you watch the game, whatever who's playing. If ain't a lot of people out on the side, I got nets. You got to pick up from the losing squad. You got to scout. Got to see who nice when it comes to their layup package. Dang. Oh, good rebound. Oh, damn, they lost it.
I just want to see players like this, like, have moments in the tournament.
Like get their shot, yeah.
And
Because
listen to
they won this game. Well, whoever won this game got played.
Baylor. No. Yeah, Baylor.
Okay.
It's just like players like this, like players like Caitlin Chen, like you want them to have their opportunity to make their moment in the tournament.
Yeah.
Now, these players can transfer and play on a bigger stage, and we can see them. But I don't know, man. I want when players like this at smaller schools get the chance. I just love being able to see them. Like when Ja was at Murray State, he played in the tournament.
Yeah, bro, and
he went crazy.
Triple double. Like it was
against a really good.
That was the most effortless triple double I've seen in my 2 eyes.
And that was a really good Marquette team that he beat. Marcus Howard was a monster at Marquette. Like
what? I did not mind waiting in the barbershop that day. I'll tell you that. I feel like I watched that whole game waiting in the chair for the barbershop. Because it was a Thursday, bro. Everybody named trying to get right for the weekend. It was like either a Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
I did not mind. Sat there and watched that whole game before I sat in that chair. But yeah, moving on, second round. So we didn't have any big upsets in the first round outside of Tariq wanting to pick North Dakota State over Utah.
South Dakota State.
South Dakota State over Utah. So let's get to it. First projected matchup would be, well, if we go on region by region, be South Carolina against North Carolina.
Yeah.
South Carolina will handle business, bro.
Yeah, I'm going South Carolina as well.
Yeah. All right. Oklahoma, Indiana. I'm going Oklahoma here.
So am I.
Going Oklahoma here. As you mentioned, Mackenzie Holmes' absence will be a big factor for Indiana's tournament run.
Yeah.
Then you got Oregon State up against Nebraska. I'm taking Oregon State.
Yes, I'm on.
Notre Dame, Ole Miss. I'm taking Notre Dame.
I am too, but this game worries me.
Yes.
These are the kinds of games where Notre Dame will come out and really, really struggle on offense.
Like play flat.
Yes.
Like nothing's going for them. Like there's a couple minutes before they get a score. Like
have to play a lot.
Of them,
if they have to play a lot in the half court, Ole Miss is very, very happy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but I do think with tournament time stakes are up. I think Notre Dame took care of business, bro.
I do too.
Texas, Florida State. We know how we love Florida State, but I'm sorry, man. Texas is gonna have to hold them down.
Yeah, I got Texas. Yeah, I already said it, but I think Madison Booker have a really big tournament. I think this.
Bro, you saw that photo of her and KD? That was so tough. That joke was so tough.
It really be her breakout moment of where, like, we know about Juju, we know about Hannah, we know about um Malaysia for a while, but don't forget
Okay.
about Michaela Williams, but don't forget about Madison Booker because she can score with the best of all those players I just named.
Oh yeah,
And
this freshman class is really deep. Like I was doing some research for an article that's about to come out soon, if not out already. Um, and looking through some of the players in this tournament, and like some of the best players in this tournament are freshmen.
yeah,
Got Audie Crooks that we talked about earlier. We got Madison Booker we just talked about just now. Um,
make
so
your free throws. Oh my God, that's my biggest pet peeve.
that gets on my nerves so bad, bro. Damn free
When
throw.
it comes to the tournament, that is my biggest, biggest pet peeve.
Like any game, bro. Like
Yes. They've missed 5 free throws and they're down 7.
with 2 minutes left, bro. This can be the
You
longest.
you make 4 of those. It's
It's gonna
one of
last
them.
us the rest of this episode. I'll tell you that.
They called
Oh,
that a
so that's you go. They charged. Thank God. They are thanking God.
wow. They called that a charge.
They be huddling up like they volleyball players after every like call.
Women's basketball players always do that.
I've noticed that to be a thing.
WNBA players do it too.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know.
All
I
right.
wonder what like the comfort is in doing it. It's like, are you?
Right. It's like all right. We
What,
gotta get. All right. We good here. All right. Let's go. Because there's not much you can say in those like 5 seconds. You know.
unless you're like talking about a play. Ooh.
Boom.
Unless you're talking about a play you want to run or
4-point game. A minute and 40 seconds left. All right. Utah against Gonzaga. 5-4 matchup. I got them Utah Utes going. Moving on.
I gotta go to listen Philly.
Yeah. All right. Tennessee and North Carolina State. This is where I got an upset at. I got Tennessee.
Ooh.
I got Tennessee.
I was just thinking about swapping my pick, but since you did, I won't.
Okay.
I'll go NC State, but I felt like we had too many top teams winning, and I'm like, at some point, one of
I'm
these
about to
teams.
say I feel like this is a game. I feel like
Yeah,
this is a game, Rikia Jackson let everybody know who she is.
I could definitely see.
And against a team like North Carolina State, it's a perfect opportunity.
I could definitely see that. But NC State's got a lot of guards that can score. Tennessee does as well.
Yeah. I
Jasmine
mean,
Powell.
hey, legends are made in March. Legends are made in March.
See what happens.
Coming up. What better way to build up your draft stock? Ball out in this whatchamacallit, ball out in this tournament. Then we got Maryland, Stanford. I got Stanford.
I have Stanford versus Ohio State, but I have Stanford too. I mean, Iowa State, sorry.
Oh, I was like Ohio State. What? We that far in the bracket? But yeah.
Maybe.
All right, cool. Iowa, Princeton. This will be a lot. This will be a good matchup. A lot of shots being shot.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a very defensive
No.
game.
It's gonna be a shootout.
Gabby Marshall.
I got Iowa.
Yeah.
Iowa's locked in. Big Ten champs. They Gabby Marshall's been making shots. Hannah Stuckey's been great. Supporting cast for Iowa Hawkeyes have been good. So I think they take care of business, as a 1 seed and survive and advance into the Sweet 16.
Oh, that's a bad pass. Nope. Bad shot.
Oh gosh.
Bad shot. Oh my gosh, she shot so many step back threes this
She
game.
would have made it. It would have been crazy, but
It didn't look
it
on.
wasn't a good shot though.
It wasn't online from the start. You
All
didn't
right.
need a 3 there though. You had enough time.
They're down 4. Just get to the
Don't
pass.
foul now. Foul now. Don't be good. Don't foul now. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, no way. Wow.
Oh. It's wraps. It's wraps. It's wraps. It's
Wow.
wraps. Damn.
Wow.
Her face. They are dirty for that.
Ayana Moore.
Oh shit, that Damon Stoudemire?
Where?
On the sideline.
I didn't see it.
I know he coached. I thought he coached Vanderbilt men's.
He might be there to watch the game. Vanderbilt probably didn't make it. But
Georgia Tech. Wait.
Shout out to Ayana Moore, man. She's having a really
Georgia Tech.
Huh?
Yeah, Georgia. Who was that on Vanderbilt on Vanderbilt's coaching staff? Like Damon Stoudemire.
Oh, that's definitely. I thought you meant like in the crowd.
No.
Oh, then I have no idea.
Anyways, all right. Colorado, Kansas State. This is gonna be a good game. It's been a great game.
Kansas State.
I got Colorado.
Give me Ayoka Lee. Give me Gabby Gregory, Serena Sundell, Riley Glenn. Yeah, Jalen Glenn. Give me all that. Give me all of them.
All right. We got the Headband Lift Bowl.
And one. That crossover was tough.
All right, so we got the Haley Van Lift Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's gonna be a little bit of a theme here. You know, it's a couple of revenge games here. You know, I'd be getting to the second round. But yeah, Haley Van Lift and LSU Tigers up against our old squad, Louisville. I got LSU taking care of business.
I got Louisville. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm about to say, you going for the draw?
Draymond fighting again. Oh,
Draymond fighting again?
Oh my god!
Oh, against the Grizzlies?
Shocker. But nah.
That suspension ain't do nothing.
I got LSU. Like, there's just more talent on that team than Louisville. They'd have to really, really make LSU play their brand of basketball.
Yeah.
I think LSU would eventually just figure out how to at least get a lead and keep it. Even if it's a 5 or 6 lead.
You think Kip gives Haley more looks because they playing against Louisville?
For sure. They definitely look to get Haley going, at least early. Haley shooting the first 3 shots.
Okay, yeah.
You see how she goes? She goes 3 for 3. Oh, you let her cook.
Gotta let her cook.
3, you're like, all right, let's.
And she was talking shit too.
We're gonna get you some though.
Yeah.
But you can't play your whole game through her because that's
you got too much talent on the team to win that game, and you gotta utilize your talent the way you gotta share. You gotta share the load. You know, like you don't need to put your whole game through Haley Van Lift. Like you have Angel Reese, who's SEC Player of the Year. You got Anissa Morrow, who's all SEC first team. I think. You got Flauja, you got Michaela Williams. Like you got a squad. Speaking of LSU, shout out to last year Paula gave us an update. Well, I think we mentioned this on the last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's good to see that she's doing good. And wishing her good recovery. All right. Creighton, UCLA.
As much as I love watching Creighton play, I'm going UCLA.
Yeah. All right. USC against Michigan. USC, man.
I got Juju.
Yeah. Yeah, Juju got it. Virginia Tech, Baylor. I'm going with Virginia Tech.
This is tough because if Kitley's not playing,
I'm banking on Kitley being available. That's the thing here.
Oh, you think
that's the thing here. That's the thing here.
Ooh.
Like I am thinking, like, all right, Kitley. I feel like she'll be available. You know, and I feel like they've been like patient and been talking about and talking around it. Is so that they're preparing her for the moment. Obviously, it's like, all right, we're making sure she's good, you know, not ramping her up, or like we want her to have a good basketball future, all this other stuff, whatever. Like, yeah, I have a feeling she'll be available, you know, and it's not an Olivia Miles situation. So,
yeah, I'm gonna go Virginia Tech.
Okay. Syracuse, UConn, Battle of the Old Big East. At UConn.
You already know where we're
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. All right, and then we got the Celeste Taylor Bowl. Ohio State against Duke.
Who you got?
Part of me wants to go Duke. Another part of me want to go Ohio State.
Part of you is smoking that stuff.
I mean, I feel like Duke can give them a run for their money, but I'm going with Ohio State here. That team is too good. They have a 3-headed monster. That team is too good.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
Free throw line play? Oh. You got to the free throw line again.
Down 4. But yeah, man.
Down 3.
This are
Oh. Oh, they have a
point game, 3 seconds left.
No, why'd you call the timeout? Who called the timeout?
Vandy did.
Oh, okay. It came off with Columbia's side, so I thought Columbia called the timeout. I was about to say, if they miss a free throw, you have a timeout, you can advance. Why would you call the timeout?
Yeah.
It came off of Columbia's side, so I don't know. Okay. Yeah, it says it came off
Well, it
Columbia's
says
side.
Columbia, but they said, but no, they said Vanderbilt coach. What's her name? Shayroff?
J. Ralph?
Yeah, they said that she called it. That's what they announced.
If they called the timeout and they missed one.
If you call a timeout, your team and the other team ain't got timeouts, what you helping them out for?
I mean, they both had one before Columbia called it.
I don't think Columbia called timeout.
Somebody did.
Vanderbilt called timeout. The announcer said Vanderbilt called timeout.
Oh well.
All right. Anyways, man. It's a lot to unpack here. With I don't know why I said that. It's not a lot to unpack. Why do I feel like it's Thursday? It's not Thursday.
They called another time.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be fun seeing some of the revenge games. You know, Ohio State against Duke, LSU against Louisville. But yeah. Oh no, I don't think it'd be too much madness. I think the real madness starts in the Sweet 16.
Not mad at that. Let's see.
Sweet 16, man. I got it's gonna be a fun Sweet 16.
Oh, it's gonna be electric. Electric.
Some of them 3-2 matchups. Sheesh.
Let me see. Make sure I'm not missing
all the 3-2 matchups.
Anything.
I got a 6-2 matchup in one of mine.
We got the WNBA All-Stars against the USA basketball team again.
That was announced, and that
for All-Star week, for All-Star game.
That was I don't say expected, but just makes sense because you know it's another Olympic year.
The way to get more people involved.
Yeah, I was about to say that changes how we're gonna look at All-Star.
Why did they call that timeout?
Because we're gonna look at the All-Star ballot and votes, and are we gonna be voting for players that we know gonna make the USA team, or are we just gonna be voting for like how you know?
Yeah.
So that opens it up for like who's not on the USA team.
The bad free throw shooter too. Oh, come on.
I'm trying to think. It'll probably be. It's hard to even say. Well, no, I know some international stars like Satu will be there.
She missed the first one. It's gonna get interesting.
Yeah, you got the international superstars like Satu.
Damn.
Who else?
He missed this one first.
So, John Quell. Trying to think of international players.
Damn, she made both good shots. Shout out Justine Pisa.
But I know one thing for sure, 2 things for certain. Phoenix is gonna be on and popping in July.
Good win, Vandy. Really good game. Really good. Really good game.
Good game for sure. But yeah, no. So yeah, WNBA All-Stars up against the USA Olympic team for the All-Star game. So that'll be fun.
We have the women's All-Americans for the USBWA teams, or for the USWBA, or USBWA. I said it right the first time. First team
All-American.
First team has Cam Brink, Paige Beckers, Camila Cardoso, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and Juju Watkins. It has 6 players, if you didn't notice. Second team has Aaliyah Edwards, Hannah Hidalgo, Mackenzie Holmes, Elizabeth Kitley, Tahina Pow Pow. Third team has Georgia Amore, Madison Booker, Deasia Fair, Alyssa Pilley, and JC Sheldon. Honorable mentions are Reagan Beers, Lauren Betts, Rakia Jackson, Cody McMahon, and Anissa Morrow. It's interesting to see how some of these play out, because I'm pretty sure for this one, Lee Edwards is second team. For the Associated Press, she was an honorable mention. So it's just interesting to see the difference between different media outlets and things like that. But we do not have any national awards or national individual awards yet. So yeah, we're really just about to be stupidly locked in on this March Madness. It's maddening, I tell you. I am maddening. I don't know what's happening.
The madness here, damn it.
God dang.
It's
let me see.
It's Liddy again. It's Liddy. Put on 2 headbands. Let me stop.
I know that's not Adidas on top of that.
No.
Oh, okay. Let's say you crazy for that. All right. If I can find the Associated Presses real quick. I might just have to Google it on the laptop because they're taking too long. All right, Associated Press.
All right, looking ahead of the bracket though, who you got, who you got making a run?
What do you mean by making a run?
Like making a deep run, make it to like Elite 8. You gotta make it to Elite 8 that won't normally be there at the Elite 8.
That wouldn't normally be at the Elite 8.
Okay, never mind. My Elite 8 seems regular as hell.
We haven't seen Oregon State there in a while.
I have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3.
Yeah, kind of. It's like
it should be who's making it to the Sweet 16 that you don't think would be there, that many won't think would be there, or I don't know.
I don't think many people wouldn't think they would be there, but it seemed like Oklahoma. I think if they weren't playing South Carolina, they would have a really good chance to get into an Elite 8.
Yeah.
If they were playing Oregon State or Notre Dame, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't hate their chances in a game like that. Against the Texas or Utah, obviously they've already played Texas a bunch.
Yeah.
NC State, Stanford, almost any of these teams not named South Carolina. To be honest, I like their chances.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Kansas State. Kansas State could get the upset over Iowa. Kansas State could get the upset over Iowa.
Yeah. I got Tennessee making it to the Sweet 16. They could possibly make it to Elite 8, beating Stanford.
So you have who beating who?
I said I got Tennessee going to the Sweet 16. I said they could beat Stanford and go to the Elite 8. Could.
First team for AP.
You know what? I'm making that change right now. You seen it on the pod right now. I'm making that change right now. I'm sorry. Tennessee. Yeah. Yeah, give me Tennessee. Give me Tennessee, bro. Tennessee to the Elite 8, bro.
Wow.
Tennessee to Elite 8. I'm Tennessee to the Elite 8. I'm making the change. This is the final change I'm making to my bracket before I send it into other bracket contests and stuff. Give me, yeah. Yeah. And we're gonna look back at this. We're gonna look back at this in a week.
First team All-Americans for the Associated Press. Caitlin Clark, unanimous. She had 35 of 35 first place votes. Cam Brink, Juju Watkins, Paige Beckers, Hannah Hidalgo. Second team, Elizabeth Kitley, Angel Reese, Camila Cardoso, Madison Booker, JC Show. Third team, Alyssa Pilley, Mackenzie Holmes, Georgia A. Moore, Deasia Fair, Reagan Beers. Honorable mention, Lauren Betts, Audie Crooks, Aaliyah Edwards, Yvonne Ejim, Lauren Gustin, McKenna Hochschild, Abby Sue, Kiki Arioffen, Rikia Jackson, Tanaya Latson, Ayoka Lee, Cody McMahon, Anissa Morrow, Nika Mule, Lucy Olsen, Charisma Osborne, Tahina Powpow, JJ Quinterly, Sanaya Rivers, Kiki Rice, Jalen Sherrod, and Skylar Van. Do you think? Okay, let's see. Do you think Aaliyah Edwards should have been on an All-American team for the AP?
I believe she has a case of being so. At least honorable mention if she didn't get on.
From the looks of it, there's no positions because the first team has 4 guards and Cameron Brink.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to count Juju as a 3, then 3 guards, 2 forwards. Then after that, you have Kitley, center. Angel Reese has played the center. Camila Cardoso, center. Madison Booker, forward. JC Sheldon, point guard. So 1 guard, 4 forwards / centers. Third team has Pilley, center. Mackenzie Holmes, center. Reagan Beers, center. And then Deasia Fair and Georgia Amor, 2 guards.
Dang.
So players like Lauren Betts, Kia Jackson,
Yeah,
Aaliyah Edwards do not make the list. Tahina Powpow made it on another All-American or another publication's All-American teams, but not on AP. So it's really interesting to see the difference. Like Aaliyah Edwards was second team on UBSA or UB. I don't remember exactly how you say it, but they were second team on that one. On this one, they were honorable mention. So it's just interesting to see. But I do think Aaliyah Edwards definitely should have been All-American this year. She had a phenomenal season. I'm not going to say take this person off or who you should take off, but
yeah,
I believe Aaliyah Edwards was for sure. She had an All-American type of season. So she deserves to be on this list. But she's made some other ones. So, yeah, I'm not going to get too angry about it. Because, I mean, all this is taken with a grain of salt. So,
yeah, for sure. I mean, hey, you would love to have the accolades, but I mean, hey, the biggest accolade of them all is that diamond ring.
For sure.
That's what a lot of them play for. So,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, man. What else did I talk about before we go on out of here?
That's all I had, to be honest.
Yeah. No tournament challenge from us this year.
Yeah.
We just didn't think to do one.
Yeah,
but best believe we'll be entering our brackets and then some other challenges. So yeah.
Maybe so, yeah.
But yeah. I'm looking forward to a fun tournament. You know, the women's tournament is outshined the men's tournament year after year for the past few years now. So I'm looking forward to continuing the tradition or just continuing that trend. Ticket prices for women's tournament are higher than the men's tournament for the first time.
Rockety.
Shout
out to the
I don't know
women.
if it's the first time, but like they're higher and significantly higher, like hundreds of dollars higher. So yeah.
Shout out to the women. Shout out to people supporting women's sports, man.
For sure.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
These athletes are incredible.
Yes.
Respect them just like you respect any other athletes.
What else was I about to say? Caitlin Clark on the cover of Slam.
So
yeah. I know it hasn't been officially released yet, but probably by the time this is out, it's been released. So
probably, yeah.
and Slam, you can tell who's on the cover. Like they don't do a good job of hiding them out. Like yeah, you might have cut them out and just the outline, but we could tell who it is.
For sure.
Like with Juju, like if you saw that bun, we knew it was Juju.
Oh, I do want to talk about how many um how many transfer portal.
Oh yeah, bro. Selection's trying to turn the transfer portal Sunday.
Man, there are or there have been. Let's see if I can find a specific number of how many. So the current number of entries 537. Yeah. Yeah.
537?
Yeah, it's crazy.
These
There's
kids.
there's some good players out here too. I mean, there was a lot of players that were the leading scorer on their team. Nani Falatea from BYU, the guard. I thought she was. I wasn't expecting to see her name in there. Sailor Poffenberger. I was surprised by her name being in there. Yeah. Jersey Wolfenbarger. I'm not completely surprised by because she hasn't really been able to get a real opportunity with Arkansas. Mm-hmm. And then Tariq Scott surprised me as well. So that's three young players transferring from Arkansas at the same time.
They can help some teams out.
Yeah, Maddie Sure used to play for Oregon. Close friends with Kylie Watson and Tina Powell. Is transferring from Kentucky. Asia Petty is retiring. Transferring from Kentucky. She averaged 14 and 10 last year. Kateri Poole is in the shut up Siri. Is in the portal. Mama Dembele from Missouri. Sanaya Ja.
Yeah, peep that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of players. It's wild to see how many players have entered. Let me see if I can see how many. Power 6 programs with the most scoring production currently in the portal: Oklahoma State, Arkansas, Kentucky, Clemson, and Xavier. So some of these teams have lost a lot of key players. So it's interesting to see how fast some of these things, like Izzy Higginbottom, already committed to Arkansas. So it's just wild to see how fast these transfers happen, or how fast they put their name in the portal. Mm-hmm. It's like they were told that they had to do it all in one day. Like they were like, "Oh no, we're doing like ASAP," which makes sense because you want to commit to a new team. You want to get there early, get acclimated, be around the teammate or your teammates and stuff like that. So it's understandable. It's just it happens so quickly. Like the season's not even over yet, and there's players transferring already. So it's just wild to see that. But
yeah,
that's a ton of names.
Yeah. Speaking of the Madness, though, well, no, we can finish on the whatchamacallit, transfer portal. Transfer portal. I understand coach's frustration with the transfer portal, but I'm glad that it's player oriented and players have the freedom to go wherever they want to or go wherever they see fit and not have to sit out and miss out on their eligibility. And because that's not right for them. It's like if you're in a situation, because I think of Javon Quinterly from Jelly Fam. Like he went to whatchamacallit, he went to Villanova. Then we get the role he wanted there, and he ended up transferring to Alabama after that and getting
Was it Alabama or Memphis?
Well, he's at Memphis now, but
Okay,
he
so
went to
Alabama.
Alabama. And then he was ruled ineligible for a while. Then he finally got to play at Alabama. That's after they changed some transfer rules. So, yeah. But I'm glad, transfer rules are changed, that you can enter your name in the transfer portal. And we've seen how transfers helped out. Shoot, the biggest transfer last year won the whole thing.
Yeah.
And they brought in even bigger transfers last year. This season, this year. So
my only thing before we get off here is coaches are able to leave whenever they want. every end of March Madness, especially on the men's side.
Yeah.
When a team makes a run, that coach is immediately at the top of Power 5 conferences hiring jobs. So
on to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next one.
These coaches can leave whenever they want to get a payday, to go to a new spot, to get more exposure, but players can't. Yeah, miss me with that, bro. I'm sorry, miss me with that.
Yeah,
that's why these old heads, they need it. Like, obviously, maybe there should be some regulations, sure, but there's no regulation on when you can leave your team. Didn't Washington's coach college football leave them
that's exactly what I was thinking about. Yeah,
2-3 days after
the best season ever,
to the team that they lost to, or to the team that was in the college football playoffs too. Like, okay, interesting.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah, man. It's a sick game, man. It's twisted, it's wicked. I know. And then some of the coaches, they do get. I understand as a coach, if you're in like a coaching position where you're coaching a team, like a mid-major team or just a lower level team, and then you get to a position where you coach a bigger team, because obviously you want to coach for the biggest schools or whatever. You want to get the big payday, the check, whatever. And so it's like, yeah, it's cool for coaches to move up, but same time, like, these coaches be promising these kids, like, yeah, whatever, promising them whatever, and screwing the kids over mostly. But I don't see why kids can't have that same freedom to move and go wherever they want to go, wherever they see fit best for them in their situation. Like, we've seen players transfer and blossom, like a Lauren Betts this year, transferred from Stanford, and a great year, and is going to continue to build off that, while she's at UCLA, or somebody like Mackenzie Forbes, who transferred to USC and has helped them out, helped them go on a historic run, helped them go on be the best team since 40 years ago? Like
2030.
Like, have them have their best season that they've had in a long time, climbing up the ranks, being ranked as high as they've ever been, and now one seed in the NCAA tournament. So yeah, man. I don't know, man. I'm all for these kids transferring, y'all. It's fine. Like, let these kids transfer. Let these kids transfer and let these kids be eligible to play.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But all in all, though, man, good luck to all the teams playing this weekend, man. Shout out to my college Charleston Cougars. Got y'all boy going. I don't know. I kind of got him going a little far here in one of my brackets. I'll be like, I got him as my Cinderella team. They're like a 13 seed?
I think I got him going to Sweet 16 in one of them.
Yeah, I got him in the Sweet 16 in one of mine. Let's take care of business. All right. Let's go out to Spokane. Oh, we're already out in Spokane. But yeah, let's take care of business. But yeah, this has been another episode of the Hoodie and Headband. This is the Headband. I'm joined by the Hoodie. We back to recap the first 2 rounds of the NCAA March Madness tournament. So y'all tune in.